Here we are, it's day 32, and Holly, very predictably, very true to form for her, I came out this morning and this is what I found. Walking up to the cage, I saw a lot of fur on the wire. This is just extra pulled fur. This is not what the nest box looks like. I've given her a little treat of a little chunk of sunflower seeds over there. And we have in the nest box, you can even see and hear them squirming and popping a little bit, are new kits. Now, I just put my hand on the fur, that's why they're a little bit wriggly and a little bit noisy, but great sign, very healthy, strong kits. You know, we can see this is the pile of fur she pulled overnight. When I checked last night, late in the evening, there were no signs of this. All we had in the nest box was the same hay-packed nest box, that same burrow that we've been seeing for a few days. So that's how quick pulling fur can take, you know, how quickly it happens. They literally do it right at the time of birth, a lot of them. Some of them will do it a little before, but it's not something that you should expect to happen days ahead. This will happen very close to birth, if not at birth. You can still see there's a little bit of red in the shavings from blood from birth. That's fine. Leave it there. She will take care of this nest. She's cleaned up her afterbirth. They'll eat it. I know that sounds gross, but it's actually pretty nutrient dense, and it's a natural instinct to clean up their mess to reduce the signs to predators that there are young kits around. So yeah, we're really happy. Now, you'll hear a lot of different things about whether or not you can or can't handle the kits in the first few days. You know, formerly everybody said, don't touch them, mom will kill them because you'll get your scent on them. Nobody really, I won't say nobody, but most people don't really think that anymore. I tend not to handle them too much because it is stressful for mom, and nobody needs that added stress in the beginning. If there was an obvious sign like a dead kit I needed to get out of there or something, sure, I'd go in there and do that. Over the next few days, you know, I'll give her a couple days to settle in with this litter, and then I will go in, do a quick count. What I did this morning was, like I said, just put my hand on top of the pile of fur to just see if we had live kits in there, you know, like that. That's about all I'm gonna do for today, and probably even for tomorrow and maybe the next day. I will keep a lookout for obvious signs, and I'll get a good count. It felt to me like there are probably at least 4 or 5 in there, but that's definitely not an accurate count. What you'll find when you actually get in there and get a count is that, you know, they're all bundled together for warmth, so there could be 3 underneath there that I couldn't feel from the top. Or there could be fewer because I did not pull and do a visual count. You know, it could have been 1 moving around that I counted twice. So not a definitely accurate count, but does give me an idea that, yep, we had a successful breeding. We have kits in there, which is great. And the other reason I just want to mention before we go, why I don't go in there, handle them a lot, mess with them, is because she's really good at controlling the temperature in that nest. That nest of fur is, these kits are hairless. It's keeping them warm. And I don't need to mess around with that. If it gets hot outside, you'll see, not so much in the first couple days, but as they start to grow hair, and these kits will start to have hair within the next few days, she will pull back the fur. If she feels like it's too hot in the nest, she'll cover them back up when she thinks it's cool. You know, a good mother is really good at taking care of the nest and the kits and regulating everything in there. And one other final tip is this: don't worry if you don't see the mother feeding these kits. You're not likely to actually see that. They only feed their kits at dawn and again at night, only 2 times a day. She'll go in there. It's pretty quick, and her instinct is to not draw attention to this nest full of kits. So she doesn't want to do that when what she might view as threats or predators are around. Their natural instinct is just to do that a couple of times a day when they're active at like dawn and dusk. or even a little later than that. And again, you may see it if you're lucky. I've caught it out of, God, I don't know how many litters, but at least 12 litters or more. I've caught it only a few, very few times, like maybe 3 or 4, maybe. So, you know, this is not something you have to worry about necessarily seeing. What's more telling to you is the condition and the livelihood of the kits. So, you know, happy day for us. We've got kits in the nest. Aster still is not doing anything. She's got her hay in her nest box, but other than that, I don't see signs of impending birth, but we're going to give her a few more days because she was exposed over a few days. So, you know, she could be up to 3 or 4 days behind because of how many times she was exposed to the buck and when she might have been bred, or again, not bred at all. So we'll just see how it goes with her. But right now, getting back into breeding after summer, I'm very happy to see that Holly is back in business.